What if I told you that 75% of Israel's drinking water now comes from desalination? By 2030, that number will rise even further, with 90% of the country's water needs expected to be met by advanced desalination technology. But what prompted Israel to invest heavily in transforming seawater into fresh water? And how is this innovation shaping not just Israel's future, but also the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East? Water has always been a lifeline and a point of contention in this arid region. While Israel has battled drought and water shortages for decades, it now stands as a global leader in water management, helping itself and its neighbors. The road to achieving water security was neither quick nor easy. Israel's journey tells a story of resilience, innovation, and diplomacy. Israel's struggles and early solutions. When Israel was founded in 1948, it was already clear that water scarcity would be a significant challenge. The Negev Desert, a semi-arid area with variable rainfall of 500 millimeters per year, gets as little as 20 millimeters. Hot summers strain the country's limited water resources, increasing demand while lowering supply. Israel initially relied on the Sea of Galilee and aquifers. These supplies were inadequate as population and urbanization grew, and by the early 2000s, the Sea of Galilee had crossed the Black Line, risking ecological collapse. Long-term droughts exposed vast portions of the lake bed, underscoring the need for sustainable water solutions. Water constraints and resource difficulties impacted Israel's geopolitical relations with its neighbors. Jordan, Lebanon, and the Palestinian territories depend on the Jordan River basin for water. Hence, it remains a flashpoint. Jordan, one of the world's most water-scarce countries, shares water with Israel under the 1994 peace treaty. Although both are vulnerable to climate-related water stress, poor infrastructure and limited water supply in Gaza and the West Bank heighten humanitarian concerns and regional tensions. Water scarcity is an Israeli domestic problem and a regional diplomatic and stability concern. Israel became a global water management leader by using a multifaceted strategy. Desalination technology supplies 85% of Israel's water, with the Sorek plant producing 627,000 cubic meters of fresh water daily. Israel pioneered drip irrigation technology, which saves water while maintaining agricultural production. 90% of agricultural water is recycled wastewater. Public awareness initiatives restrict daily water use to 150 liters. As the world struggles with climate-related water issues, Israel's success could be beneficial as a model for Arab countries. Israel's innovative model demonstrates how technology, legislative reform, and regional cooperation can ensure water security in water-scarce places. How Israel revolutionized water technology. Israel realized early on that natural water supplies would be insufficient to fulfill the needs of its rising population. So, the government took a radical step of desalination, which converts salt water into drinking water. While several nations experimented with desalination, Israel refined it with a large-scale and sustainable methodology, establishing itself as a worldwide leader in water management. The voyage started with Ashkelon, Israel's first big desalination plant, in 2005. This plant was a game-changer. It employed reverse osmosis technology, forcing salt water through specific membranes under high pressure to remove salt and contaminants. This procedure was more energy efficient than previous thermal processes and cost less, making clean water more cheap and sustainable. Today, Israel has 5 major desalination plants, including Sorek, one of the largest in the world. The other 4 major plants are Ashkelon, Hadera, Palmakim, and Ashdod. These desalination plants generate about 600 million cubic meters of drinking water annually, which is expected to increase to 1.1 billion cubic meters in 2030. Because of this remarkable network, Israel no longer relies on rainfall to ensure its water supply, an extraordinary feat in a drought-prone area. Understanding reverse osmosis technology. Let's look closer at how reverse osmosis, RO, transforms seawater into clean, drinkable water. The process starts by collecting seawater, which goes through pre-treatment to filter out large particles such as sand and organic matter. Once cleaned, the water is pumped through semi-permeable membranes at extremely high pressure, which is about 70 bar or 1000 psi. These membranes are designed to let water molecules through while blocking salts, minerals, and other impurities. RO technology offers several key advantages. First, it's more energy efficient than traditional thermal desalination, reducing the energy needed to produce fresh water. Scalability is another benefit, as plants can be expanded to meet growing water demands. New innovations, like advanced membranes and energy recovery devices, have cut energy use by 50%, making the process more sustainable. RO does have one challenge, which is the brine byproduct, the highly concentrated salt water, which needs to be carefully discharged to avoid environmental damage. Israel's innovation lies in not only perfecting this process, but also making it affordable and economically viable. Today, Israel produces fresh water at an unbelievable cost of just $0.40 per cubic meter, a feat that was unimaginable 2 decades ago. This combination of efficiency, affordability, and environmental care has made RO technology a cornerstone of Israel's water strategy, ensuring a reliable water supply despite rising demands and regional droughts. Israel's water conservation and recycling efforts. Desalination is just one part of Israel's water strategy. The country has also become a global leader in water conservation and recycling, setting an example for efficient water management. Nearly 90% of Israel's wastewater is treated and reused, mainly for agricultural purposes, which is a staggering achievement compared to the global average of just 4%. This level of recycling preserves freshwater resources and ensures a sustainable water supply for food production. Another breakthrough in water efficiency is Israel's development of drip irrigation technology, which has revolutionized farming. Traditional irrigation systems lose large amounts of water through evaporation and runoff. Drip irrigation solves this by delivering water directly to the plant's roots, reducing water usage by 50 to 70% while increasing crop yields. This innovation has allowed Israel to grow crops in dry, arid regions, including the Negev Desert, turning once barren areas into productive farmland. Wastewater recycling and drip irrigation have become essential tools in Israel's strategy to secure its water and food supply. These innovations not only help the country withstand droughts, but also make it possible to export agricultural products despite its limited natural resources. Israel's approach demonstrates that even in water-scarce regions, combining technology, conservation, and smart resource management can pave the way to long-term sustainability. Israel's role in regional cooperation. Israel's water technology is not just an engineering marvel, but also a powerful diplomatic tool. Recognizing that water scarcity affects the entire region, Israel has actively sought to share its expertise with neighboring countries. One of the most significant partnerships is with Jordan. Under the 2015 Water Sharing Agreement, Israel agreed to supply Jordan with 50 million cubic meters of fresh water annually. In exchange, Jordan will build solar farms to provide renewable energy to Israel. This mutually beneficial arrangement exemplifies how water can become a tool for cooperation rather than conflict. The Abraham Accords, which normalized relations between Israel and several Gulf countries, have opened new opportunities for collaboration. Nations like the UAE and Bahrain are now exploring ways to partner with Israel on water management. With Gulf countries heavily reliant on desalination themselves, Israel's expertise in cost-effective desalination is highly sought after. Geopolitical tensions and water disputes. Not all countries in the region are eager to embrace Israel's water technology. Iran, a longtime adversary, has chosen to align itself with Russia and China for water solutions, avoiding cooperation with Israel due to political tensions. In addition, the issue of water remains a point of contention in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Israel controls significant portions of the water resources in the West Bank and has been accused of limiting water access to Palestinian communities. Although Israel argues that it provides more water than required under previous agreements, Palestinians contend that the allocation is insufficient to meet their needs. Resolving these disparities is crucial for any lasting peace in the region. Water as a catalyst for regional peace. Despite these challenges, Israel's water technology offers hope for a more stable Middle East. As water scarcity worsens due to climate change, countries across the region will increasingly look for sustainable solutions. Israel's success story demonstrates that even in the driest environments, water security is achievable through innovation and cooperation. The potential for regional cooperation is significant. If Israel and its neighbors can set aside political differences and focus on shared challenges, water could become the foundation for a new era of diplomacy. Initiatives like the Red Sea-Dead Sea Water Conveyance Project, which involves Israel, Jordan, and the Palestinian Authority, show that such collaboration is possible. A new era of betterment for the Middle East. As Israel continues to expand its desalination capacity, the ripple effects are being felt beyond its borders. The growing partnerships with Gulf states, the success of water-sharing deals with Jordan, and the potential for new agreements with other Arab nations suggest that water diplomacy could reshape the region. However, for this vision to become a reality, all parties, including Israel, Palestinians, and neighboring states, must prioritize cooperation over conflict. Water scarcity will not disappear, but innovative solutions and mutual trust can create peace rather than division. A hopeful future. Water is life, and in the Middle East, securing water means securing the future. Israel's desalination plants have not only solved the country's water crisis, but have also become a model for others to follow. As Arab nations increasingly turn to Israel for solutions, we may witness the beginning of a new era where water, instead of conflict, serves as the foundation for unity. With climate change threatening to worsen water scarcity, the need for cooperation has never been greater. The road ahead will not be easy, but with water as the driving force, there is reason to hope for a more peaceful and prosperous Middle East where nations work together to secure the future for coming generations.